It's pretty lit. It's free. Yeah, it's free. So anybody can come. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
It's your girl Mia.
It's your girl Lee. And today we will be continuing our HBCU talk. So in this video we'll be doing the social life, and y'all asked for it, so we're about to give it to y'all the real way. So if you're interested in knowing about the social life at our schools, Howard and Virginia, then stay tuned for more info.
So the first thing we're going to discuss is freshman week at our school, and just a little disclaimer, we are way past that freshman week, so it might be this little fog memory, a little foggy, but freshman week at my school, when 5 years ago when I first came, it was really fun. So they give different events like throughout the week, and we actually come before the whole school comes. So we were just there before the school comes, and it was kind of like, it was nice to meet everyone who's in your class and everything. And they did little events, they did parties on campus. It was a Hindu party. The Henderson building is where like most of our events take place. So if you ever come to Union, just know the Hindu is where you go to even mingle and stuff, because it's like, it's a game room in there. It's also like a barbershop we just built. But yeah, besides all that, freshman week was really dope. It was cool to meet everyone on campus, and well, not everyone, it was cool to meet all the new incoming freshmen, because like coming into college, like if you are like just far away from home and stuff, and just being with people who are in the same predicament as you before even meeting the older kids and stuff, then you just feel like you just feel like you fit in, and like, oh, like we're the same and stuff.
So freshman week at Howard is similar to how it is at Virginia Union. Like, you come in a week before, and then you basically have parties. You meet everyone that's a freshman, and all the orgs are there, and all the sports teams are there. So you can like mingle with them and like catch a feel of if you want to join any orgs, if you can during your freshman year, or any of the other activities or sports or whatever. So that's really fun. And we also have like parties and stuff. We don't have that many on-campus parties. Like a lot of different different what are they called? Promoter groups create like different events and stuff for the freshmen during the week. So it's a whole bunch of different parties that they can go to off campus that are like at clubs and stuff. But they also have like little parties on campus as well. Like we have the all-white party, which is usually the last day, like that Sunday right before school starts. So that's when everybody comes on. And I don't know, they just have all like different parties and stuff as well, and it's really fun. And that's freshman week is when you're gonna meet probably your friend group that you will continue to be friends with for the rest of your college career. So
Really though,
I would really suggest to make sure that you mingle with everyone. Like, don't stay secluded in your room or whatever. Really like branch out, and social media is really big now, so use that to your advantage when you are like meeting different people that are in your class. That's what I would say. At Howard, we also have Acceptance Students Day, which is ASD, and I would really recommend to attending that if you are planning to go to Howard, because you also will meet like different people and stuff that are in your class, and you will also be talking to them until you get to Howard. So that's a good way to meet people. We have other little parties that are always on campus, like we have, or different events. Like we have Howard's Hottest, we have Rep Your City, that's on the yard, and we have Taste of Power. We have a whole bunch of different like parties and events and stuff that bring everyone together. So it's really fun. Work and clubs on campus. So as a freshman, what I wish I would have done is really branched out and looked into like different clubs and stuff, because there was a lot of stuff that I learned about later in my college career that I never even heard about until later. So I would suggest to all the people that aren't in college yet to really look into your school at different clubs and events, and, I mean not clubs and events, at different clubs and organizations, because that can really benefit you in the long run.
Yeah.
But I know at my school, most of the orgs you can't join until your sophomore year. But there are a lot of freshman organizations as well on campus. And clubs, most clubs you can join at any time. So I would recommend doing that.
Well, my school is pretty much the same with the orgs and stuff. Well, I feel like my school is pretty much the same with the orgs and stuff. And I feel like any HBCU, really, you can't really join an org until sophomore year.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the main thing. But like Lee said, I really second that. Just make sure you're always like, if you're interested in something, just make sure you do your research and then you really like get into it, because it can change your whole college experience.
Yeah.
And just like the little thing, like the little clubs and stuff, it could just change everything. You know?
And for me, personally, I was a part of the DMV club because I'm from the DMV. But what I found is so sad is Howard is in the DMV, but our club was so like unorganized. Like we barely met. Like it wasn't like all the other clubs will always have events and little things, and we barely did anything. And I just felt like that was so sad because it's like we are from here. Everyone else is visiting. So I feel like we should have been more big on the campus, which we're not. We're like such a small group of us on the campus, which is small. We're letting Chicago, Atlanta, and other states run our school, and it's just sad because we are the ones that live here. Right. It's like when I got to Howard, I was so shocked about that. Like I met a few people that are from the DMV, and I'm just like, that's sad.
So y'all, like when I was a freshman, I was undecided when I first went to Union. So anything that caught my eye, I was kind of like, dang. And social work, because I was looking in between social work and psychology. So they had a social work club. I was like, oh, I'm gonna join that just to see like if I would end up wanting to be a social work major. So I joined that, but that failed quickly because I attended some of the meetings, but it didn't really like spark my interest, so I ended up becoming a psychology major. But yeah, that was a pretty intriguing club, and it also still sends me the emails. It was the National Association for Black Social Workers. So that was a pretty intriguing club. It still sends me emails about like different events and stuff. Like, so if you go to Union and you ever want to join that club, they are really spot on about their members and just reaching out to them in general. So on to the fun stuff. But party. So when I'm gonna just talk about like my partying experience since I've been there, whatever. So when I first got there, I really didn't, like, me and my friends really didn't venture off campus to go to parties. Maybe we went to like a few because it's a lot of surrounding areas that have like houses in Richmond. But Richmond, if y'all like where my school is and like I don't know, I can't really explain. So where my school is in Richmond and the surrounding areas, they're really not good areas. So we're all HBCUs are located in kind of bad areas for real. But yeah, my school is located in that type of area. So we didn't really venture off campus, but we did go to a few parties off campus. But mainly went to the on-campus ones, which were they be in our dorm's basements, y'all. Like one was in like McVicker. It's a girls dorm. One was in McVicker basement or store basement. It's a boys dorm. Or even the famous Hendo parties. I keep saying that, y'all, because literally all our parties be in our Hendo. No, it's like a little, it's just a place. I can't even describe it like with something Howard has similar to it. Maybe like it's like a student center. It's like a student center on campus. So that's where all our parties be. And yeah, just go to the Hendo, be lit. But besides that, like as I started getting, y'all know, older and stuff, Richmond is a very nice city. Like, aside from where my school is, like, Richmond is a nice city, and they also have a downtown, which is downtown Richmond. These are where the clubs and stuff are. So if you're ever interested in like just exploring Richmond, just make sure you explore, because Richmond also has an art district now. It's so beautiful. I wish I would have explored it more while I was there, because like I really was like, dang, I missed out, because Richmond is very big on like the art scene and stuff. So yeah, guys, make sure you go check that out, and just check out different like sceneries and stuff while you're there, if you do decide to go there.
So for Howard, it's similar. Like, we have on-campus parties, we have off-campus parties or whatever. So for our on-campus parties, like, people be having kickbacks or even parties in the dorms, y'all. Like, I remember being a freshman and going to the boys' dorm, going to Drew, and they would have full-on parties in there. Like, that's pretty crazy. But people still do it. Maybe not a party, but like kickbacks and stuff. People have it in their actual dorm rooms. People that live off campus throw parties and house parties or whatever. I guess similar to y'all Hindo, that's how you say it? Yeah, similar to their Hindo, their student center. We don't have like a specific place where we call it a student center, I would say, but Blackburn is a building like where we have our CAF, and we have Punch Out. And so every first Friday, they have First Friday, and it's in Punch Out, and basically they have a DJ, people be dancing, and like they play music in there or whatever, and that's pretty lit. I stopped going there. As you get older, you're not gonna want to go in there because it's just so hot and so many people. It's just a lot. But a few times they did have it outside of Blackburn on the little patio part, so that was a little better. But yeah. It's a house party. So a lot of people at our school also go to the clubs. There's a lot of clubs in DC, so all of them are pretty much near each other, so that's fun to go to. If you don't have nothing else to do during the weekend, you can always hit up a club. They're always going to be lit. There's certain days that you go to certain ones, so you just know, like, if you have nothing to do, you know that you can go to one and it'll be lit. We also have a lot of bars in DC, so a lot of people will be hitting up like U Street or H Street or whatever, and those bars get to be lit. I know everybody knows El Rey. Everybody always be in there, or Pier on Fridays. It's always like a standard thing that people be going to, and El Rey on Thursdays. So, but no, the bars are always lit. But there's so many different clubs and bars out in DC, and honestly, if you don't want to be around Howard, like a Howard group of people, you can always adventure out to other places in DC, because there's so many different places to go to. Oh, like she said before, like a lot of our sports teams or different orgs also throw a lot of parties too, so that was always fun to go to. Awesome. Oh wait, and they also be having parties on the yard or in the valley. When we came, we always had parties in the valley. Like, that was kind of our thing. But I know the older generations, alumni, they always had stuff on the yard mainly. But for us, it was mainly in the valley. Yeah.
So next is homecoming, the latest time of the year. So at Union, homecoming feels like home for real. Like, everyone, like, we have a lot of alumni that are local. So a lot of alumni, they come to the games, they come like celebrate with us. It's a lot of alumni activities. It really needs more alumni activities than it is for our students, really, but it's a lot of student activities, so it's kind of like, it's a week of activities. I don't know how other HBCUs do it, but I know we have a week of activities. Like Monday, it kind of can be like a little event on our it's a lawn behind our gym. It's events, like they usually be having like food trucks out there and stuff, and they have different games and events, and they have a DJ out there. I'm talking so fast. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they have different like dance events and stuff, and then next, like just during the week, they have different activities. But when you get to Friday, It's they always have this. It's called a gym jam. It's a big party in the gym, and anybody who goes to Union, like y'all know, our school is very small. It's very like just I don't know. I don't even know the word for it, but our school is small, so we don't really be having too many events off campus because like our campus is smaller. What do you need to go off campus for? Everybody right here. So yeah, we don't really have too many events off campus. Saturday is the homecoming game, and that is also when we have our annual all black party at the club. It's every year. I would say the all black is probably like the littest during homecoming week, just because everybody looks forward to it, and like you can't get past all black, like man, that's nothing.
Come on, that's nothing.
But we usually have like, and we usually also have like a performer or a celebrity guest that comes to our schools every year. So yeah, that's really a fun time for Union because, like I said, I keep mentioning this, but my school is so small. So just an event that gets the campus lit is always a good time.
So our homecoming is similar as well. Like a lot of the alumni come back every year. It's always a lot of people. During the week, we also have a week of events before homecoming. Like we have fashion show, we have the step show, we have what else do they do? It just be a whole bunch of different events or whatever, and like throughout the week. So on Friday for us, we have Yard Fest every single year. It's on the yard, and there's always like performers that come out. And I know y'all probably seen it online before on Instagram or all that. It's pretty lit. It's free. Yeah, it's free. So anybody can come. They be blocking off the whole street and all that. And then on Saturday, it's our homecoming game, and we have a tailgate. And I know most schools have their tailgates in like a parking lot, like near the gym. I mean, not near the gym, near the field or whatever. But for us, we don't have like a parking lot like for people. We have like street parking, basically. Like we have little parking lots everywhere, but like we mainly have street parking. So for us, our tailgate is at this big parking lot that is made for like really, I think it's made for like people that work for Howard or like yeah, people that like work nearby or whatever. But basically we have our tailgate in this parking lot behind McDonald's on our campus, and it's so lit. But let me tell y'all, this year they're being so pressed. They were checking people's bags. They were, if you had any type of bottle on you, water bottle, any type of liquid, they were throwing it away. You can't even bring a cup in. Like they were being so pressed this year. I don't know why, but that was terrible. But the tailgate is always lit. Yard Fest is always lit, even though the past few years, this year it didn't rain, I don't think. But yeah, it didn't rain this year. But the past few years, it was raining like each time, which was kind of annoying. But homecoming is always fun to come to. So I would suggest, even if you don't go to Howard, even if you don't know anyone from Howard, come with your friends and just go during the homecoming events, because even the clubs nearby is always fun. So homecoming is always lit.
So y'all, towards the end of the year, we have a Panther Fest. And it is our like spring homecoming, as you would say. It's basically like what the school does for us. Like, you know, before finals, get ready for our finals, and they just throw us this big like little they just throw us this big event, and it's stuff during the week like homecoming. It's parties and stuff in our Henderson building. They have like the Greeks and the athletes, like they be having parties. Also a performer, we get performers too, but I don't know this year, I don't know if we're gonna have a performer, but in the past recent years we have had performers come, and then it's kind of like a big tailgate thing as well, like during homecoming. So yeah, it's just a fun good time. It's like a spring homecoming. So if you go to Union, just don't miss out on that, because it's awesome. There's something to do right there.
So for Howard, we don't have like a big spring fest like some other schools have, or like her school has. But they do have like another spring fashion week going on, and then they have like small little things on the yard, like where they have like moon bounces or different like little carnival type games and stuff. And they do have like a small stage, like where they would have like a DJ or something come, but it's not like a big thing where someone is performing or something that huge or whatever. But they do have like a small little spring shindig thing that they be call. I feel like they be trying to call it Spring Fest sometimes, but it's not your typical Spring Fest that you have at other schools. But yeah. Okay. So for Howard, okay. Okay, so now we're about to talk about sports. So for Howard, the main sports are, well, I guess for every school, football and basketball, where everyone would come out. For us, football, our field is like small, or not our field isn't small, but like our bleachers or like the way our stadium is set up, it's not even a real stadium. So it's like, I don't know, it's just small compared to other schools. But I would say we get a good amount of people to come out. The most people that come out is during homecoming, that game, and maybe the last game. But like, I don't know, we don't be having that much people come for football. Rather, basketball season, everybody be in there, I guess because it's inside and people don't like standing outside or sitting outside in the cold. But basketball season be more lit. They always have events there. We have other sports too. I haven't attended any other sports game while I was at Howard except for swimming, because we had to cheer for a swimming match. Is it called a match? Swimming meet. We had to cheer for that once, which was kind of weird. But I think that's the only thing I went to. I always wanted to go to a lacrosse game, but I just never had time. But yeah, we have other sports there, but the main two sports again is football and basketball.
So for Union, we also have a variety of sports, and like Lee said, football and basketball are like our main top two. And our football team and basketball team are really good. They're both D2. They both always make it to the playoffs. This year though, the football team did not make it to the playoffs, but I mean, they had a good season. And the basketball team, they went to the CIAA this year, and the girls and the boys, they both didn't win, but for the past 2 years, both of them won the whole thing. So our sports teams are pretty good. And also like the boosters for our sports team, they really keep our school like up and running, because like if you go to Union, you know that it's a lot of athletes that go there, and them athletes that go there, they're very dedicated to their sports. Okay. And I've been to, like, besides football and basketball, I've been to a volleyball game, and our volleyball team is also good. The girls. Girls volleyball. You been to a volleyball game? Yeah. Our girls volleyball team is really good, and they always make it to playoffs too. So yeah. So yeah, that's the end of our HBCU talk with our social life from Union and from Howard. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was just a little bit of our experience. Not all of it, because we had more fun than what we said. Like, let me not say that. But so that was just a little bit of our experience. We didn't tell y'all every single thing, but as y'all can see, both of our schools, there's always stuff to do. It's always fun, and
they're really sending.
Yeah, like all HBCUs, it's always gonna be lit. Like, you just gotta make the best out of it, honestly. But yeah, if y'all like this little series, make sure you stay tuned, because there'll be more videos to come.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And thanks so much for watching.
Bye, y'all.